Hello, the work's just been completed on this 1930s Welmar upright piano, 130 centimetres high approximately, and we've tidied up the case. We haven't repolished it. You'll see if you look at the original video, which I'll put a link, you'll see that there were marks on the top, for instance. So we've made it good rather than repolish the whole piano. It is in good condition. There's no fading here, as you can see. Well, there is slight fading, so obviously if you keep that shut, then that will integrate in, as we've talked about before. And down here on the toe, we've waxed it in rather than change the veneer. That's what we commonly do, including our own stock pianos if they're slightly defective. So I think the case is in really beautiful condition, and beautiful veneer on this Welmar upright piano, very similar to a Bluton of the same age, 1930s, and they seem to have had a lot to do with each other. In fact, it does say Bluton here, so just have a quick look at the inside, and before we do that, actually we buffed the keys. It was difficult. We had to actually scrape them to get the roughness off them. They're not normal ivory, so not quite sure what they are. If you're familiar with this, it still feels slightly rough, though they are shiny now, and so they won't attract the dirt. The major work we had to do on this piano was to replace the pin block here. It's unusual on a Welmar, and we did find other signs of dryness in the action too, so it may have been just over dried out. Very unusual. We've got another Welmar actually, which I'll show you, which hasn't been restrung. We can compare it with that. The tuning pins are small because if you restring the piano, if you change the rest plank, then you can still put small tuning pins in, so it could be restrung again at a later date. It's a beautiful tone. And rich warm bass. We got a very similar Welmar in stock. This has just come back in from rental, and it's very slightly out of tune having been rented out, but it's an excellent tone. So you don't gain a huge amount restringing. The bass is generally slightly better, but the middle treble, in fact it is better on the restrung one. But this is an excellent piano too. While I was here, I wanted to show you the return tapes, because we changed the tapes on the other one. These are cheaper return tapes, which obviously they cost less, but they're a bit thin and they tend not to last so long. So the one we just finished working on, we put Renner return tapes, the best you can get, very thick. This is leather, and they certainly last extremely long time. Renner, now owned by Steinway. In fact, these are very similar to the ones that you'll put on a Steinway. The same tapes, I presume. So that's a very brief look at the main work we've done on this piano, and it did have loose tuning pins, and apparently large ones were also not sufficient, so that does happen. A lot of Becksteins we have to do that, the older Becksteins, but it's the first time we've ever had to do a Welmar, so it must have been very dried out, so that would be it's a possibility that it could be that dried out. Welmar's such a well-made piano, and as we mentioned on the video before this, when this was assessed, a lot to do with Bluton pianos. So that's a very brief look at the work on this piano. If you're interested in having a piano assessed with regard to working on it, then please do write to robertspianos@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening.